All right. So we also have the web development frameworks on the Getting Started page. So just to let you know, it is the curriculum is driven by state standards. I can't make up my own curriculum and just teach whatever I want. I have to go by whatever the state requires. So you can look at this document. It's 29 pages long, and you can see exactly why we're learning what we're learning, like in OCPA. We're having to learn a lot of the basic stuff, and that's exactly why we have to do Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Even though you may think, what does that have to do with web development? Since we are state mandated, these standards are state mandated, we have to make sure that we're following those. And because it is an information technology assistant occupational completion point, that is why Microsoft Office is in that OCP. And then in OCPB, we have the Illustrator and Photoshop. And that was able to fit in that OCP because the standards dictated that you must learn how to edit images and manipulate them. So I was only able to find that in OCPB. So that's why we do Illustrator and Photoshop there. And now, of course, I can't find that standard, but I promise it's in there. Um, right here, incorporate images and graphical formatting on a web page. So this is where we learn how to optimize images and then so forth. So you can see each OCP and why we have, like, for example, in OCPC, it's web scripting. So now we have JavaScript in the curriculum because that's a huge portion of the state frameworks. Okay, so you can look at that. You can save it, print it, whatever you need to do with it. Remember to just put it on your thumb drive. Do not upload it to the server. Textbooks. Very important that you get each one as you complete each OCP. The ones that you're definitely going to make sure that you want to purchase are the first book because we use it in 2 OCPs. Illustrator and Photoshop, if you want, you can rent those. And also, I took away the Microsoft Office textbook and I replaced it with some LinkedIn Learning video tutorials. Pay close attention to the ISBN number because that's going to take you to the correct textbooks. You're not buying, especially if you're purchasing online, you're not buying, for example, the intro version and missing a lot of the chapters. So that's why that's there. Again, you have a bookstore on campus and you have your peers. So use Slack to ask if anybody has a book that they want to sell, but you are responsible for your own textbooks. So I think depending on your financial aid, you may be able to get these free from the bookstore. I'm not really exactly sure how that works. You might have to buy them first and then they reimburse you. Something you can ask your financial aid counselor. So you can buy them online as well. To stay current with evolving technologies, this might change. So that's why you only want to buy one textbook at a time. Do not come and ask me if you can borrow my textbooks. That's just not okay because it's unfair to other students who have purchased their textbooks. And I need my textbooks so that I can grade work. The other thing that you have to be responsible for is making sure that you have all the software and hardware. The hardware is just a computer and internet. The software, all of it should be free. If you're a web development student, PTC student, you have Microsoft Office for free. Sublime Text Editor. You don't have to use this text editor. It's just one that we use because it's simple. Most of the people that are in the industry use it. I actually just started recently using the Visual Studio Code. So that's something that I use, but you don't need to. But that's also free. It just helps me out with various more extensions. FileZilla is what we use for our FTP. And all of these are links. That way, you don't have to ask whether you're going to the right website to download these. I have already provided those for you. And then the browser that I use is Google Chrome. If you decide that Firefox is better, then that's fine. Just please don't use Internet Explorer. Adobe, again, even though we only use Illustrator and Photoshop, you get the whole cloud subscription for free. And all of these are valid until if you're a current student. Once you finish a program, all of these will go away. These subscriptions will go away, including the LinkedIn Learning video tutorials. Okay, and yes, you are responsible for a computer that can download all of the software on it. So no Chromebooks or tablets that may not allow you to download the software. And that's it. I do get sometimes I get questions asked about whether a Windows operating system or a Mac is better. I use a Mac at home and then I use a Dell at work with Windows operating system. So it's good to be versatile in both. That way, in case you have clients that may use a Mac or may use a Dell, you can know how to use both. But it doesn't matter as long as you can complete the curriculum, then use whichever one you want. Okay, thanks.